There we go.
Hey.
Hey, awesome. I'm glad that we could sort this out.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I get the time zones wrong?
I mean, you did your best because we're all three different time zones.
Right, because you're ET, Eastern,
Yes, yes.
which means that my original email meant 3 o'clock. So I bet you were sitting there at 3 o'clock going,
I was honestly trying to do the math of it all. I was just refreshing my email the whole time. Like I'm just gonna,
Oh
I'm
no.
so sorry. I'm so
No, that's
sorry. I
not
should
you.
have.
That's not you.
But hey, look,
It's
three
all
different
good.
time
I'm glad to
zones,
have.
you know. But
Mm,
how are you both?
can't
Doing all
complain.
right?
Actually, Xanthe, how about you go first?
I'm doing all right. It's nice to be speaking with you both. You know, do you is it okay that I call you by your first name? Is Hakeem correct or
Yes, I would love that.
okay.
Preferable.
I don't know if you prefer your handle, but this is actually our first time speaking to each other.
Yep. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We didn't even we wasn't even in the booth together. We was just straight. The synergy was so high. It was just I just heard like one line of hers and I was like, okay, it's time to get busy.
really?
She
I
set the
think
tone, honestly.
I would
She
have thought
played
you would
me
have been
her
in
stuff.
the. You weren't in the
Well,
booth.
it's been a lot of home recording ever since COVID, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I heard her take and they only played one line, I was like, whew, okay. I'm gonna have to bring it.
Did you sing there's Tandy, there she is.
She's on her
So
stuff.
they actually played some of my lines for you?
It was just one. I forgot which one it was.
It's probably our
Was it the
unison
ultimate?
line.
I think it was the ultimate. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
ultimate.
Hmm. That makes sense.
Against the world! Red table. Sweet.
That makes sense. That makes sense to have it as the one that you listen to. But that's crazy because I would have thought that you would have been in the booth together because it's the same character.
We were in
That's crazy though.
spirit. I don't mind it. But I mean, if we were honestly, if we were in the booth, I think it would have been probably the same result, if not slightly better,
Hmm.
because I don't know, I could just put my imagination like right there with her when it comes down to it.
I think that was brilliant though. But how are you though, Hakeem? Because you didn't actually we moved on to the booth question.
I can't complain. I'm doing well. Definitely good to start the afternoon off with this interview. I feel like it's gonna set my day off to a nice, bright, and joyful.
Well, that's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. When we were in the previous one, just I was just saying to it's Xanthe. Am I pronouncing that right?
Xanthe.
Xanthe, right?
Xanthe.
Okay, my apologies. Xanthe. We were in a Zoom call just, and we were just saying like with the difference in time zones, it's really funny because you've just started your day, you're in the afternoon, and I'm just in my evening. So I've come back from work, and it's like, right, okay, I'm gonna cool down now. Yours is your start, and yours is like the midpoint. It's quite fun with the time zones. It is
Hmm.
really quite, and I'm glad we've been able to do this. Like, this is awesome. I can happily say this is the first one I've done where I've had two guests simultaneously.
That's that cloak and dagger energy right there.
Can I just say, I don't know whether this was intentional, but you're in a black t-shirt and you're in a white top. If
Uh,
that was orchestrated, that was really good.
No.
it's just like the this recording is just like there. The
It's just there.
spirits are there.
The
The
yin and
synergy,
yang.
yeah. Yeah, it's not even planned. It's like, ah, whoops, accidental.
Universe tells no lie.
So, Cloak and Dagger, which is in the game, a lot of people like playing them because they're a strong strategist. They can hold the point, they can hold objectives. They're really good at the damage output, and then with the healing output as well, it's a nice blend of a character. Now, with the characters themselves, obviously, they are two separate characters, but obviously they came together with their backstory. Now, did you guys take any inspiration from anything that you've seen or read or anything out with the characters?
Um, I guess I'll start first. I actually did not know anything about Cloak and Dagger. Um, until after I was cast. I mean, I did the audition. I did some like light Wikipedia reading about them when I did my audition. But then when I was cast, then I started kind of researching to learn more about them. I watched like a bunch of clips from like the TV show and like people's like summaries of like the comic books before I went in to record, just so that I didn't go in completely blind about them. So that was like my little bit of homework before I went in, I guess.
Mine
Hakeem?
was actually pretty similar. I've seen them here and there. Like I've on the Spider-Man animated show. Watched him here, and I was like, it's a pretty dope character. But I never really got any context, really, other than,
Mm.
Dark. So when I got the audition, I did my research as well. Actually, most of it came from the Spider-Man series. I had to go back because that's where they was shown the most. And from my perspective, I didn't really go into the comics too much. Watch some YouTubes, but as far as like their actual story, I did connect to Tyrone's because just as far as like what they fight for and drugs in the streets, I see
Mm.
the effect it has on people and the detriment it can have on like an whole community. So
Yeah.
I took those personal situations and like, got some passion from it to make the character more like, believable.
And that's part of the beauty of, I think, with comic book characters is because they've got this access where there's a bunch of media with them and you can really delve deep into it. And it's nice hearing that you're connecting with the character because, with Marvel Rivals, I think what it's done is really elevated some characters that aren't particularly known. Obviously, the MCU brought forward like Iron Man, who was an unknown character, really. You go back and watch the old cartoons, he's not, he had his own cartoon, but then he wasn't particularly as Tony Starky as we know him now. I like calling him Tony
Honestly, I
Snarky.
didn't even know he was like the main character in the MCU until it
Mm,
all started to really make sense. I'm like, oh, he's the main. Okay.
mm.
That was okay.
But probably not a lot of people knew about Iron Man before the 2008 film. But
Hmm.
what I love is, you guys got this audition for this character. You've gone out your own way and looked into the character, look at the history, see what other people have been saying about it, and then taken that on board. And then obviously made it into your own, which I think is brilliant because Marvel Rivals has really propelled that within the community where people are picking up these characters and they're enjoying them a lot more. I mean, Cloak and Dagger, Luna Snow. I'm no naming strategists, but like these
Uh,
characters that haven't particularly been out there, but now they are starting to be a bit more appreciated for the work. And like you said as well, with the history, with obviously with the drugs and with the community and what they stand for and what they fight for, like their origin story is really dark. Like they're joined and it's very powerful. And it's nice the fact that you've taken relation to that and you've taken it on board as well. It's really nice to see because what I say a lot is with everyone that's done these voices, you can hear the passion behind them. You can hear the enjoyment you guys are having when you're voicing them because it's fun. It's Marvel.
that's
You it's
bucket
great.
list.
There you go. But obviously with the game, it's massively successful. There's loads of people playing it. Have you guys played it at all?
Yeah.
Have you played as
For
Cloak and
a
Dagger?
while, but I honestly don't. I'll try not to pick Cloak and Dagger because I think they're cheat characters. And anytime I play, like we win for sure. It's gonna be a win.
They're all man.
It's ironic. I feel like it was made for my game style, like the damage output, like you said, and then the healing after it. And I could just set the bubble up, put Cloak in that bubble, and make him go invisible. And then, man, I can go on and on. To the ultimate, like it's just not fair. It's really
No.
not.
And it's when you've got one on each team and they both do the ultimate, and you're just like, well, there's no point. There's no point doing anything. I'm
It's
being
more
healed and
challenging.
damaged at the same rate.
It's wild.
I'm so
Now,
bad at the game. I've only kind of tried to play a few times and I'm like, it's so chaotic with all the different powers and you're just like, oh my God, things are happening everywhere. But
I'll
I
play
am,
for the both of us.
but I do like that, for the thing for Cloak and Dagger is that there's no cooldown for switching between the two of them. So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna switch over and be like, oh, nope, I need to go back. You don't have to like
You could just
go
yeah.
hide or do something else before you can switch back.
And I like
Yeah,
the oh
that
sorry.
is kind of the main takeaway. I'm sorry.
Mm. No, please go ahead, talk. Shut me up for a sec. I get so
If
excitable with
they
it.
had a cooldown on that, I feel like they would be normal. Even if it was like a 3 second cooldown, but there's no cooldown. You just brought that to my awareness. That cooldown is
Mm.
because I think everybody else had that R1 cooled down. They the only ones, I don't know, that I've
Maybe I
played.
shouldn't have said anything.
That's it now. We've lost
Don't
it.
get any ideas now.
For one thing, I did read that what they want to do with the characters is make them as lore accurate as they can. So they don't want to make them broken, but they want to make them as lore accurate. So obviously, Cloak and Dagger swapping instantaneously is that's what they can do. So I think
Mm.
maybe like a 1 second cooldown, just like because like you said, you can literally go boom, 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 boom.
I talk too much on it. I like my cheap character the way it is.
Okay, I'll edit that bit out. We won't talk about that bit.
So when I'm not using them, because every time the Punisher, and I know he's kind of a more of a cheap, well, not more, but he's kind of still on that, but it's more normal.
I mean, he just goes in and just that's it. He just shoots everyone. He does the job and then he leaves.
I
um,
wanted to, I wanted to pick Spider-Man because that's my favorite Marvel character, but I don't know. I went, just not. It doesn't have the agility I would want, like the normal Spider-Man game. Had that the combat mechanics. I think I'm spoiled from that. I think
yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah, they had to make it somewhat balanced. And it was like, oh, Spider-Man, he
He
just
should have been a cheat character. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, he should have been one. He should have been like, I mean, I think he is full difficulty, but he should have been that one where it's like he is really difficult, but he's a cheat character. It's like, he's really difficult to master, but once you have, that's it. You can just kill everyone. I hate the movie does where he like web shoots you and pulls you into a hole and then you just die straight away. It's
But
the
mind you,
worst.
I've seen people play and they've just like conquered the field with him. So I don't know. It's just not my play style. If he
No, it's
plays
not mine.
fluid, yeah. But Spider Man is my guy. That's what I wanted to say.
Spider-Man
My main.
is awesome. I hope we get different Spider-Man in the game as well. Like,
True.
That'd
I
be
hope we get
awesome.
Miles. I hope we get Miguel. I hope we get Gwen. Like, I hope we get so many.
Ooh,
Hobie would be awesome, but then we've got Spider-Punk as a skin. So,
I was about to say, please not a skin.
yeah, like, give me. Because Miles could be such a different character with the invisibility and the electric powers. Like, it would be so fun. Because like, imagine the Invisible Woman and Spider-Man together. Imagine, like, Spider-Man being invisible, swinging around, like, deathly.
That's broken right there.
Yeah.
That's
It would destroy the game. But I'm imagining like he comes down and like strikes the floor and then an electrical field comes. That kind of stuff. They could really have fun with it. Yeah. I'm just, branching out ideas. Forgive us the Spider-Verse.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about the Cloak and Dagger modification, but everything else.
Yeah, don't change Cloak and Dagger. They're fine. They don't
They're
need
perfect.
modification. They're perfect how they are. Don't change them. No cooldowns. But I will say the damage output and the healing output on Cloak and Dagger is phenomenal. I think it's a strategist that everyone went, right, okay, this is the one I'm going to get comfortable with. And then I'm going to go, right, okay, I'm going to branch out a little bit. I'm quite a
Take
DPS
confidence.
player. So I play DPS. My first character I picked was Bucky because I love Bucky. So I went straight for Bucky. And then Mr. Fantastic came into the game. Now I'm a massive Fantastic Four fan. Like Mr.
I
Fantastic
think
is
he's a cheat character because he's got like a hybrid of stuff going on.
I call him a tank PS. There's
I
no
have really hot moments, but kind of off moments with Star Lord. That's
mm.
like when my moments are hot, he's killing everything on screen. Star Lord is he's one to
He's
be
fun.
watched.
Yeah. When he starts screaming, he shouts legendary, and you're like, no, no, that's it. But that's when the Cloak and Dagger ult comes in clutch, and you can just the whole field. There you go. Just stand there. He can't kill you. So voice line wise, do you guys have any favorite voice lines with the characters? Is there anything that resonated with you in particular? doesn't have to be
Yes.
from Cloak and Dagger. It could be another character to Cloak and Dagger. Just putting that
Mm,
out. But you just said the alts, so
yeah. Us Against the World is such a powerful chant.
It's
It's
very
like my
tough.
favorite.
it is.
And then
I'm not
I have
gonna
a
lie. The conversation between Cloak and Moon Knight,
Mm.
hilarious. It's like, oh, we're good. I don't. He's like, drop, drop dagger. We could team up. I'm like, nah, we're good over here.
I think there's a line I remember from Cloak and Doctor Strange where
Mm.
you're like, oh, you've got like the like I forget what the exact line is. Like you're talking about your cloaks. He's like, oh, you got like really good like cloak game or something. He was like, I like yours too.
I got a cloak compliment.
There we go.
God,
But
He's
then
still,
like Doctor Strange does say like, oh, I still like mine better though.
he's like, chill out. We all know who the Grandmaster is.
this yeah, I think with the Doctor Strange one, the part of that that I can always think of is the way he says Tandy Newton, because he says it really slowly. I don't know whether you guys notice that when he does that, he really elongates the name. If you hear it again, listen to it because he like drags that name out. It's like just genuinely. What was that?
He said, "You will hear every syllable."
Basically, yeah, it's like I like your cloak. I like mine better. You will hear your name as I say it.
Make
Um,
it known.
I still can't get over the fact that you two weren't in the booth at the same time because the synergy you guys have, it sounds like you were standing next to each other and just having a conversation. So what was it like doing a character that's in that sense two-person character separately? Like how did that because obviously you said that you heard the alt line and then you went from there. But then did you hear any lines or was it just going off it and then they've just mixed it like amazingly?
I had no idea what Cloak sounded until the game started like putting out trailers. um, but yeah, I mean, recording, I guess a lot of it, I mean, we have our individual lines when we're just
Mm,
out in the field ourselves, and then I guess we don't have like a ton that I'd remember where we are really interacting with each other a lot. When we do, or with any other character, then that's when like the director kind of steps in, or somebody from the dev team will explain, the relationship between the characters and what kind of attitude they would have when they're saying their lines.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I honestly got to give it to Xanthe because, like I said, that alt line set the tone. Her voice was so full of like light and hope and earnestness. It's like, okay, let me contrast that. I'm not dark, but you're not gonna play with my light, though. I'm not gonna let you play with my light. She's full of light. She's kind. She's not gonna be mean to you, but I'm gonna be mean to you. I had to get that contrast. Like, look, we'll help you, but don't play with us now.
And I like that because it kind of establishes the relationship dynamic with the characters because obviously they're together and obviously they were a relationship and then obviously as you know we speak about the origin story they became one.
Hmm.
Um, but I love the fact that what you just said it like kind of amplifies the whole relationship style of the character and makes it into a partnership where you know daggers the light, cloaks the dark. You know, they have to be with one. I mean, pretty sure you said earlier with the yin and yang, you've got that dynamic where, you know, and I love the fact that they made Dagger the healer and Cloak the DPS. I think that's so smart because you're right, you know, he's protecting the team, but also her, and then she's bringing the hope and the light. I love that.
Yeah.
Lovely way to think about the characters. And I just realized how smart that is with the healing and the DPS part.
I just think about something. If I had to, like, eh, if it had to be solo characters, I think Dagger would hold her own before Cloak.
Who knows, really? they they just work better together.
Yeah, at the end of the day. But you got to protect the light for a reason.
Yeah, because there's no point if there's no light.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
and it's brilliant how, as I was saying, with the synergy of the voice lines, and you know, it. it sounds like it's one person, and then you've got that beautiful harmony. And I like we said earlier about the alt line, like it is a brilliant alt line, and it pushes so much of what they like resemble. Us against the world. It's like, yeah, 100%. And I think it's brilliant. Now,
Subtle and simple, but it's so impactful. It's crazy.
Yeah, very powerful.
it's just
Mhm.
perfectly effective. Now, my question is, though, as beautiful as it is, would there be something that you'd rather say, or was there any other outline ideas that they kind of brought forward, or was it just that one? Obviously, you got the two because you've got the one where it's like if you're on the same team, there's one. Then if you're on the enemy team, there's also one. But yeah, with the us against the world, we'll focus on that one. Do you think that you would want to make any changes, or
Not really, I guess I would Yoda it for if anything. Against the world, us. If anything, move some words around. I don't know.
like question it?
Gotta keep the enemy guessing, They'd be
Yeah,
like,
gotta keep
huh?
him on the toes. Yeah, just be like, wait a sec. Did you just say? Did he just question if he's the one that's?
Yeah, but all in all, it's a perfect line. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry.
No, no, don't be sorry. That's the point. You say no, that's great because it means that you're happy with it. No changes, no notes. Us against the world. I
Mhm.
mean, people as well. I love it when at like conventions and stuff. You've now people are like I said with the growing love for these characters. You see Cloak and Daggers walking around. It's brilliant because the the way they do it with Cloak, where they like make it look like his obviously his legs aren't there and he's just floating. I don't know if you've seen some of the cosplays, but they are insane.
I have. I'm
Really?
actually looking for like a unique way to build my cloak costume. It's still in the works.
Which version?
The Marvel Rivals version, I actually think that's like the most stylish, if you ask me.
Like their base
The
skin, not
original,
the any of
yeah.
them.
But
Oh,
honestly, all the skins are pretty dope.
They
The
are.
base
yeah.
skin, you can't go wrong. Chain on the hand, base colors, nice, subtle, and simple.
I love the
Classy.
I like the masquerade one from the Health. No, is it
Suits
Hellfire Gala?
or the
Mm.
fur.
Yeah, I more like the gangster one with
Yeah,
because
I love
that's
that one too.
yeah,
The suits.
that one's cool. That one's cool.
I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, that's more attainable. The suit, of course, but I don't know. I want to, like you said, I didn't see the one when they pulled off the float.
I just I think the skins in the game are brilliant as well because they really the designs. I mean, like you said, the original one as well. The original skin, the design is brilliant. It
Everybody's skin is
works, but yeah.
yeah, they really put that extra mile in there.
But yeah, so your favorite skin? I don't know. Is my hand under you when I'm speaking? Hakeem, is that me to you, or is my
Yeah.
recording different? Because I'm on the
No,
bottom. Yeah.
no, it's me to you to me.
Okay, cool. There we go. Just make sure because I've done it throughout the whole video, and I'm like, if that's not right, then this is gonna look really funny. So your favorite skin for Cloak and Dagger is the base one, the default one that you get, yeah?
Like, yeah, you know the character avatar display screen when you
Hmm.
go to play. I got
It's
the
got like
original.
the hood and
Got
everything
the
on.
original. I had growth, but then I looked at it for a while and I was like, let me go back to the original.
Yeah, Growth and Decay is a nice one too, and then the MVP screen for that is really nice as well because they're like flying together. Xanthe, which
Yes.
one's your favorite skin?
Um, I don't know the name of it, but I do like the one where they're both in a suit,
Mm.
where they're, yeah. So I think that one's like really classy and kind of cool. And thinking from like a cosplay perspective, that'd be a comfortable one for me to wear compared to like her like bodysuit.
Yeah, yeah, this is the
And like
worst.
the wig too. I think in that one she has like short hair and just like the
She has the fedora.
fedora.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I might give into that cosplay. I don't know. It does seem very achievable.
I think if there's a convention that you both go to, I think if you do a cosplay, you should match. That would be
That'd
cool.
be amazing.
That would
Oh,
be
fans
cool.
would go wild. I
Yeah,
even
no,
go
everyone would.
feral.
It'd be like,
We would
have
be on one accord, like, okay, we're either going with the suits or we're going with the original.
why not both?
We would.
Hey, hmm.
Change halfway through the con. See, that's my issue with liking Mr. Fantastic. I've got the suit from the game, but obviously it's like the Zentai like bodysuits, and they're not like comfortable, they're not breathable. It's like
Oh,
you get like suffocated into them. So the Future Foundation skin that came out, I was like, boom, there we go. He's got a jacket, he's got trousers on. I'm happy. That's probably the one that I'll do. And there's a few UK fans that want to meet the cast because obviously there's so many of you guys that do these cons and stuff. Um, so I was speaking to a few people about flying over and meeting you guys and stuff. But yeah, just putting that out there. There's a lot of UK fans that also want to meet all the voice actors because the game has exploded since it came out. It is
bring us
absolutely
out.
mental. Yeah, yeah, I'm
These
trying.
Thank you.
games, there was like one role like I did as a voice actor that I was very excited about, and you might have heard of this game. It was Boulder's Gate. I was about to play Will. I was second in running on Will, and I was actually very surprised because no one ever told me how good my British accent was, but apparently it was good enough to be second in running of Will on Boulder's Gate. And I looked at it, didn't even, well, I had played the early access games. So when I got the audition, it blew my mind. I was like, I'm playing this game right now.
I
So
need to
that
hear
was
your British accent.
a shout out to them because that really did something for me. I was like, oh my God, okay, let me let me get in the booth and do something just for the heck of it.
I love that. But yeah, no, I need to hear the British accent.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm British. I need to hear it.
All right, let me pull up the script I had with
Yeah.
Will. I'm gonna say it line for line. Here we go. I knew I set myself up. I
You
know.
did. I'm sorry. You mentioned British. I mean,
It's always like I feel like it makes me nervous when like I audition with an accent and then I get on the call and the client is like native there and I'm like, "Oh no."
but then if they like you, it's like a massive compliment, right?
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's why I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
Goodness.
If yeah, accents are hard as well. Like I've tried accents and they're hard. Have you got the script up?
All right, yeah,
Here we go. Here we
you're
go.
gonna get me straight. I'm straight from the source here. You ready?
"Let's go."
I'm excited.
Ah, okay. All right. Listen to me. You're only weak if you believe you're weak. We're all born lambs. We stumble, we hurt, and then we rise and rise and rise again till the lambs become lions. You make it sound so simple. It's another character. It's not. Justice never is. There's something they never tell you about evil. It's lazy. An untended heart turns to poison. It spreads, it chokes, it kills. And all it takes is to do nothing. But good, that takes work. It means stopping poison before it spreads. It means raising that blade, no matter how heavy. So, again, and sing. Not bad.
Yeah. That was brilliant. That was
Okay.
yeah, no, that was
Okay.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I'd have hired you.
What a treat.
That was
Your voice
brilliant.
is lovely to
Yeah,
listen to. Ah,
I was thinking of like going full on like when I make my trip out there, like I'm just gonna try it and see if anybody just knows the difference.
oh,
If you
try to
make it
immerse yourself, blend
Yeah,
become one
in.
with the Brits.
local.
May I have a bottle of water, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to put me on all the terms and everything so I can blend in beautifully.
Oh, I mean, you've got to be a fan of a Greg sausage roll.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
big thing. Yeah. British
You know, I
people,
love
yeah.
food. I gotta write this down because I'm a
Greg's
food.
Greg sausage roll. You guys come over to England. If you come over and there's a convention, let me know and I can bring you Greg sausage rolls. I make that promise right now. And if you're vegan, I can bring vegan Greg sausage rolls too.
Ooh, with the
Mm.
pastries. Oh, I'm gonna look at that later.
Yeah, Greg's is good, man. Greg's is good. And you know what? It's worth the money as well. It's not too expensive. It's like a nice little, you're in a train station, there's a Greg's, boom. One
Mm,
pound 65 pasty. I don't know how much that is American, but yeah.
that's commonplace out there.
Yeah, there's Greg's everywhere.
Okay.
It's yeah.
That's like 7-Eleven out here.
Yeah, yeah, or like In and Out.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, In
I've
and Out is more uh, not as widespread across the
really,
U.S.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
In and Out on over on this side. So when I come to
yeah.
LA, I make sure I get an In and Out burger. I'm not gonna lie.
well,
Mm.
I visited Vegas a couple of years ago, and I had an In-N-Out burger there, and it was probably one of the best burgers I've had. Like they're
They
good
put
burgers, man.
if the burger has an imperfect shape, it's good. If it's
Yeah,
perfect circle, I don't know.
something going on.
Jagged stars around it. Woo, that's a good burger.
If it looks like it fell on the floor before you eat it, it's gonna be a good burger. 100%.
Somebody
100%.
sat
Yeah.
on it for a second, looked at it, thought about it, and picked it
Gotta
up.
have a bit of
That
char.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've just punched the burger and they're like, yep, there we go. That's gonna taste great.
That
But they
tough love.
do, they do. The worse it looks, in a degree, the better it's gonna be. I
It's
think.
like the barbecue grill, the cookout burgers.
Mm,
That's where that comes from.
oh man, I want a burger now.
It's dinner time for you, huh?
It is. It is. I can have a burger. So, Xanthe, what I'm going to ask you is, how did you get into voice acting? And do you have any tips for anybody that would want to become a voice actor?
I I had started in theater in when I was in middle school and high school, and then I went to college for it. And I think in when I was in college was when I like kind of was like I was watching anime and I was like, it would be really cool to be in something like this. And that's when I was like, ooh, it would be a cool way to like merge the two things that I like. And I entered a voice acting competition at an anime convention out here called Anime Expo, and I made it as a finalist. Um, the if you had won, then you got a chance to tour the studio and to audition for them. I didn't win, but they liked me enough that they invited me to the studio anyway. So it's like I won.
Oh,
I got very lucky. That's kind of how I got started, even though I didn't really know much about voiceover, but I had some acting training, so I was able to transition that way. And then I started training more. So that's kind of how I got started. Um, Advice that I usually give for people, it always depends on like your level of training, but definitely if you can just start getting used to like reading aloud and hearing your own voice, learning your own instrument, like how high and low you can go, like different personalities you can play, really get to know your strengths so that when you're in a position where you meet like a casting director, you can be like, oh, I play this type, this type, this type, so that they have an idea of where you would fit into a cast. Um, and really just practicing. Classes are really expensive, or they can be. So usually, if I'm in a class, and I've been in classes where we really like bonded, and from there we would have our own little like, hey, let's meet up and practice scripts together, and that really helped me a lot. I feel like to have a safe space to practice or test out like new voices and see if they work or not. That's the place to do it. You don't want to do that in the booth, and
mm,
you want to put your best foot forward when you're in front of directors and devs and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's what I did, and that's what I recommend.
that's brilliant. And that's I love it because everyone's got a unique story of how they got into it. Everyone's got unique tips, and it's lovely because people take on board everything, and I think it's just great. Hakeem, what I'll do is when we do our second half, we'll do a bit longer. I'll ask you that same question at the end. Um,
But I want to hear
okay, we'll do it now. We'll do it now. But before we do, what's your favorite anime?
favorite and oh
Started
my
up
god.
first.
Oh no. It's always hard.
You don't want to box him in. I understand.
I get it because you don't want to miss out on any chances to voice any more anime characters.
No, I mean, so I do love, off the top of my head, uh, I do, I like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, and then I also Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is like a slice of life comedic one. It's also like one of my comfort anime. So, okay, I got some titles out there.
There we go. There we go. Hakeem, favorite anime? You an anime watcher?
Would have to say, well, I'm a big anime watcher. I would have to say Berserk.
Oh,
Berserk. Ah,
It's
it
not even
hurts
the
me.
gore. It's the depth of like I learned a law of the universe through that show. And that was deep.
that is cool.
Causality? Are you serious? If causality ain't the most important thing right now, then and I just had to I heard that word and I was like, oh, that was powerful. And I studied that for like a year straight. And then now currently, well, not even currently, because I've always passively like felt these things, but even duality, yin and yang, cloak and daggers. That show is just too deep. It's just too deep for me to not give it its flowers. But I like psychologically deep shows with action in them, like Vinland Saga. Uh, Bleach is my OG. I can't. Bleach. When I started coming up and really just putting all my time and then watching and I used to go to the library because I didn't have couldn't watch it there, so I would play like this online game and watch the show at the same time at the library because they had me, especially like Naruto.
Naruto. I love
Mm.
Naruto.
The depth in that, the subtle depth though of it's not just he's an annoying person. He's being annoying for a great reason,
Oh
pretty
yeah.
great reason. And it's like you start to, because everybody gets like annoyed with kindness these days, and probably not even these days, since who knows. And that's just shows that like I don't care, I'm gonna still being annoying because you need it.
It
And I love
helps.
that, and that's just one layer that it has. That little subtlety is just it's so many lessons to learn in anime. It's
I
beautiful. It
cried
really
so
is.
much watching Naruto, honestly. It's got really great like exciting like action, but there's like a lot of heart to it too.
Mhm.
And a lot of comedy, funny little bits too.
It is great. It is great. Now, this meeting will end at any second now, and I'm really sorry because you wanted to hear Akeem's story.
I
Um,
guess I'll just have to watch it later when it
oh, there
comes
we
out.
go. There we go. Xanthe, it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so
Likewise.
much. It's been
With the
brilliant just having a chat.
actually V meeting through
Yes.
this platform.
Yes. Can't wait for us to
I
meet in
gotta
person
thank you.
someday.
Yes, indeed. I gotta give it. I gotta give you the flowers, man. Thank you for making this happen.
Thank you for coming back, and you've really made me want a burger, and I'm having sweet and sour for tea, which is fine. Like that's fine. Sweet and sour chicken is awesome. Gonna have to get a dirty burger from somewhere though. No, honestly, like, if you guys ever come to the UK, like, let me know. You know,
For sure.
go get some dirty burgers. I know good places. I do. I will. We will just quickly digress onto anime. Also, my favorite anime. I realized I didn't say mine.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to set up a separate call when we have this conversation about these shows
I
because
think you know
I
what. You
can
know what I think we
go
should. Yeah,
on.
I
What?
think I think we should all reconvene and have an anime
Mhm,
conversation.
mhm.
We spoke about Marvel Rivals. This one's more just a general chat. And then I'll be like, right, okay, couple of, few weeks, couple of months maybe. Just let's all reconvene, the three of us, and we'll talk about anime, and we'll just have an anime conversation for like, post that up.
Facts. But
Because
hit me with your favorite. You was about to
yeah,
hit me.
right, okay. So it's gonna sound really funny, but I have to specify season one only.
Hmm.
And once I tell you, I think you'll understand. And it's Sword Art Online,
Okay, okay, yeah.
but season one only. Because season two was weird.
It was weird. Is that when they went into another game?
It's when it was the fairy kind of style and his sister played, and yeah, that was strange. But the season one, I love the premise, you go into a game, you're stuck in the game. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I would, um it it's just the premise of it, the game style of it, the leveling up. I love the idea of it. I was like, this is really fun to watch. And then Attack on Titan as well.
Classic. A lot of people that first watch animes, like as an adult, they watch that one.
Mm. And
I
then
remember search.
I just, oh man, honestly, Attack on Titan, I
Just
love
the
that one.
brutality.
Yeah, it's the first episode where they just eat people. You're like, damn, all right, that's what's going on. Now, are you a manga reader as well?
I am. I
Uh, Do
I
you have the
haven't.
Berserk
I
books?
haven't. I haven't. Well, I do. I actually got volume 10 because I wanted to
Mm,
pick up where the anime left off because it got
I
crazy
like
and they
that.
stopped. I don't like that. I was like, no, I must know more. No,
I need it all.
that
And no, yeah, I need endings.
it's it. It's how they wrote it is crazy. I mean, I haven't read the books, but how they wrote it is like on some Game of Thrones stuff. Like if I was to make something, I would want to throw you for a loop like that.
Yeah.
I would want to throw you off who the main character is. I would want to not let you know what foreboding is coming whatsoever until the last minute, and then I'm gonna shock your system when it actually
It's just caught completely off guard. Like, wait, what? What just happened?
like
Yeah, it's
it's I
brilliant.
can't. They did a brilliant job with that. I must say, I can see why they take their sweet time because you can't
Mm.
just have anybody coming in and playing with that.
No, no. It's a fine-tuned machine. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, it's really nicely crafted, and I think anime the love you see with it as well. Just like, reverting back to when we're obviously speaking about gaming and stuff as well. Like these passion projects as well. When you watch anime and you've got these like, top players in the game kind of thing, and you're like, wow, you can see. And sometimes you can see where all the budget goes as well. Like if there's a big fight at the end of like the season or something, you're like, damn, these visuals. And like
There it is.
episode one was like, I don't know, like really far away, little tiny like walk in and stills. And then the last star. I mean, see, I really like Invincible as an animated show.
Love Invincible.
Invincible's so cool. And
That's something I make sure I watch when it comes out. That's one of my. I got scheduled things. Something I'm like, I watch it when I watch it. But when that comes out, it's one of them ones.
Invincible's also I just oh man, and having Jeffrey D. Morgan as Conquest was just it's Conquest, isn't it? He just fought Conquest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the lines in that. Oh man.
I just thought about the whisper in the ear.
Yeah. I
The
just
ear whisper was hilarious.
the whole honestly, the whole build up to that and then the fight and everything was just mad. But I
No,
love
White,
watching it.
he had a good idea. Conquest needs to meet the lion dude. I forgot his name.
Battle Beast?
Battle Beast, yup.
Battle
They
Beast?
both love to fight. They would
That'd
have
be
found
fun.
they would have found friendship. I'm
Yeah, they
telling you.
they would have just fought forever. Maybe that's they just drift off into space, just beating the crap out of each other, and that's it. That's their ending.
Tell you about my best friend.
While they're just smacking each other in the face, like blood
I
spraying
need to make that
everywhere.
video.
They need to do that. We need that song
ASAP.
behind just them smacking each other in the face. Music. Oh my gosh, let's speak about music because that's
Yeah.
a little venture that you do, isn't it?
It's a little something I've started off with that I've transferred into my voiceover career.
That is brilliant.
They accumulate what about 18 plus years and Kamehameha into voiceover. Because I mean, when it comes to music, it is a free art, and
Hmm.
certain things you have to like tie down to in this music industry nowadays. And I'm just not one of those people that like to be tied down to certain groups or something like. So I make my music and I feel good about it, whether whichever way it goes, people that hear it feel good about it. I'm good with that. And I'm gonna wherever God takes it from there, that's how I feel about it. But all the other antics that we all see happening is I'll let them go ahead and play that game.
Mm.
As far
I
as the
think
true art of music and everything. Yes, I stay exercised in it. If
I
you
love
check
that.
out my tunes, you'll see, you'll hear the experience in it.
And I think that's great because, you're doing it because you enjoy doing it. I think that's the best part. It's like, I mean, I do this because I enjoy doing it. Reaching out to people going, hey, you want to talk about games and stuff like that for a bit? Awesome. I
Hmm.
post the videos out there so the people can join in. They can enjoy it too. But
And honestly, I'm gonna
yeah.
say my music, film, and gaming are pretty equal. I wouldn't even say I love one more than the other, honestly. Because my honest, I'm gonna just tell you this little
Mm.
right on. I'm gonna say this again, but my future goal is to ultimately make an animated universe subtly surrounded by brilliant soundtracks and brilliant sync music with artists that you may hear about from different places and just a free space to feel free
Mm.
like we doing now.
See, that
A new
that sounds
realm.
awesome.
Yeah, it sounds far fetched, but I
No,
like
no, you can reach that. I think everything's attainable. If you want it, you can get it. That's I live by that. If you want something, go for it. You know, if it was easy to get it, everyone would be doing it.
yeah.
If it was A to B, easy peasy. It's not. It's like A to Z, and then from Z you start going to like the Greek alphabet, and then you go into different kinds of alphabets. Then you're in numbers, algebra comes in, and then you're back at A again. It- you know what I
And
mean? Like,
that's the people that's the thing that people sleep on is it's okay to go back to A. You
hmm
gotta go back to A to make sure you checked A up, down, left, and right.
Yep.
That's
Never
what you
lose
gotta
A.
do.
A is important. A is the reason why you started. Always check back in with A.
Yes.
Never
I
lose A.
say every time I learn something new, I always relearn everything I learned because you have a
See.
new mind now. It's
Yep.
like you got new improvisations to those old ideas.
Yep.
Just makes the perfect sense. Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah. It's like I think learning things is like a toolbox. You add some into your toolbox, but then you've got to rearrange your toolbox again. Get used to all your tools, put them where they need to be. What tool do you need to do
Throw
this?
in with this metaphor. All the loose little screws that you gotta add and adjust. You know how you gotta dig in the bag, they're everywhere. You gotta look through each one. No, put them things up when you got some time. So
Make
when it's
them
time to
nice.
digging through your bag, going through all these ideas that's scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
I love digging into metaphors and analogies.
Metaphors are beautiful. I think language is beautiful, you know.
Yeah,
Talking, this conversing is just beautiful, you know. I mean,
it's for granted.
yeah, I think people like language is such a beautiful tool because you can put across anything with your voice. Being a voice actor, obviously, you know this, and obviously as a musician as well. If you've got something you want to convey, you can convey it with your voice.
And I've never seen anything get done on the level of a voice.
No,
If you think about
yeah, thoughts can happen, but they're not going to come into fruition until you voice them,
it.
you
Yeah,
know?
even a command of go to war or go to battle comes from the voice first. Nobody
hmm
really wants to just do it. They're
No.
looking for an excuse. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You write it down, people are like, okay, yeah, all right.
Mhm.
You voice it, you speak it, you say it with pride, you say it with passion. People go, yeah. People listen more to a voice than words. That's my.
It reminds me of like classic movie moments or even real life, honestly. When you got those tough people that they're mad tough and you think being soft is the way, but you stand up for yourself, and they're like, you know what? I like that. I like that you did that. It's like it just shows the power of your voice because you don't know what someone's perspective is. They could be used to someone not using their power of their voice, and they get triggered from the victimization of not using what you have, and lo and behold, you show them like, hey, in the most pressurized moments, they respect it now.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. I genuinely think the voice is a beautiful tool, and with voice acting and with music and with like
Mhm.
any spoken word, theatre plays, anything like that, obviously the voice is one of the main components. It just is. You've got sound editing, you've got other instruments, but
Like what's that movie? Kick Ass. Once the movie starts, voiceover is coming on. Every I don't know if it's just me, but anytime I hear a movie and there's a voiceover explaining stuff that's happening and no one's talking yet, it's probably gonna be a good movie.
yeah, 100%. I love it when you get a bit
Look,
of exposition from just a voiceover. It's
hmm
great. I love it.
I
Yeah,
think
and
psychologically, I guess it puts you like in that narrative. It feels like you're in that
yeah, it
same
like
circle.
drags you into it, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Like if I don't know, you're watching a movie trailer, you get the tone of the movie. If there's somebody at the start, like in a world, you get that kind of feeling for it. If it's a romantic film, it'd be a softer voice. If it's, an action film, like, bang, and it's like, whoa, and if it's a comedy film, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like a goofy voice. And you have that kind of, like you just said, the psychological response of, okay, this is what I'm going into. If you had like an action dude's voiceover for a romance film, it wouldn't work.
And that's a bit of my problem with the current music industry. You have to, we're multifaceted. Like it doesn't make sense. That's why I love alternative tracks because even that tries to be, they try to put that in one lane, but when you listen to alternative, it just goes far and wide. But
Yeah,
that's just a small example of just titles and the power of just wording, and
yeah, 100%.
it's a deep one right there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a left turn from that conversation. We can go on that one.
It could. I think, yeah, we could go on for forever. But that's what I love about doing this, though, is you meet people, you speak to people, you understand people. It's beautiful in a sense. Like, every time I do one of these, I'm reaching out to people. I'm saying, do you want to join? And you come on the channel, have a little conversation. But obviously, the word interview, I think, adds pressure to it, which is why the name of the channel is Heroic Conversations, because it's not an interview. It's just having a chat. What I mean? I'm inviting you in, having a conversation. There's no hard hitting questions. I'm not trying to like, show anyone up. I'm not trying to find anything out. It's just I'm a fan, and I like speaking to people.
It's beautiful to come together on this platform. I'm
Yeah,
glad you have this platform that we're able to talk about these topics.
it's great. I mean, who'd have known that speaking about Cloak and Dagger led to speaking about dirty burgers? Like, do you know what I mean? And then we got onto anime,
Don't
and
even question it. You just go with it.
yeah, you just if it flows, it flows. There's no point trying to stunt it. There was a list of questions. We got through some. I'm not, I'm not like, that's not like somebody over my shoulder going, oh, you need to ask this one. It's just me. I do this for me. I enjoy doing it. And then, like we said earlier, I spread it out, put it up on the internet. People can watch it. They can enjoy it. They can take what they want from it. It's,
Indeed,
it's,
indeed.
yeah, it's brilliant. Someone might skip the part where we speak about burgers, but that's fine. You know, but there's somebody who really likes burgers might be like, yeah, man, that was the best part of the channel.
Just remember the keynote. Imperfect burgers are the best. This is
Imperfect burger's the best, yeah, 100%. But not
I
a
need.
greasy burger. If
Oh,
grease is pouring off
imperfect,
it,
easy. Yeah. That's the in and out way. It's imperfect and it's got that shine to it. That shine, you get
yeah,
in there and see your reflection. It's quite the shine.
mm. Oh man, yeah, no, I want to like go to a burger van, just get a burger off the griddle, onions and cheese. Oh man, it's the best. And when they toast the buns a bit as well, like a light toast of it.
Light one. Like you could still,
Mm.
but it
Like,
at the same time, it's got some shell
got
to it.
yeah. Oh man, we should cook burgers.
Yeah.
Now I'm just hungry.
I'm gonna send you a burger I make in your DM.
Yeah, man. I'm
I
gonna
think I
send.
might put one on the grill. I really think I might.
You
It's
should, and then I'll give it a review.
please, please,
I'll let you
give
know if I'd eat it.
give you a nice, you know, this the whole
Oh, shebang.
plate.
I do have to ask though. I do have to ask, and then I have got another question after this. Do you like pickles on a burger?
I do.
Mm.
I like
Hmm.
elements in my food. I don't like just one thing you eat.
Yeah.
See why, you see why seasons and spices go together. You do the same thing with your condiments.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like,
I love spice. I love spice. I'm growing my own chilies at the moment because I want to make my own hot sauces and stuff, and really go for it.
did you eat that hot chip? I forgot
No,
what it's called.
no, the one chip challenge. I didn't have that because now I love spice, but I like taste with the spice. I don't just like
See,
burning my face
we're
off.
right here with
Yeah.
see, we're right here with it. Same thing.
I like the taste. If it's just burning my face off, there's no point. Like recently in the UK we've got Wingstop now, and oh my gosh. Like I have this Korean spicy chicken glaze on it.
Mm.
and it's the perfect level of spice, but with the taste, like it's a barbecue taste
Hmm.
with a nice little spice in it, and it's got coleslaw on, gherkins, and it's like these two chicken thighs. Oh man, oh.
Did you try the corn from there?
No. Okay. Okay. There you
You
go.
need to try
I'll
that
try
corn.
it, man.
I remember I bought a whole 10 of them because they were so good.
Next
I
time,
think I ate them out.
next
I
time
don't
I
know.
go, I'll have one. I'll DM you a picture of me having it.
Trying to say, get that same thing you just explained because yeah, that was. I think that might have outdid my burger. You put coleslaw on a burger, I already know what time it is.
Mm.
Coleslaw
Mm.
is.
I love coleslaw.
Some people don't. I don't see how you. It's just like it's like a creamy sour veggie.
Mm. It's just good, you know. And you can
Also,
put it
that's
with a
what I
lot
like
of things.
about spice. That vinegar taste. That's what I like. In it. If you got that vinegar, that balsamic vinegar type, that's good spice,
Yeah,
right? Like hot sauce.
I love hot sauce. See, now I want some hot sauce. I want a hot burger. That's what I want.
See, we might have to teach people really how to the etiquette of eating. It's not as simple as it may seem. You got
Mm-mm.
don't get the hottest hot sauce, get the tastiest hot sauce.
Yeah.
That's gonna give you the bang for
You
your
want
buck.
you want a tingle on the tongue and a nice warmth at the back of the throat, and you want to feel the flavor go down as it does. That's what you want.
Traumatize your taste buds. You
No.
can't do nothing after that.
No, you don't want to have it so when you eat it, you're just stuck with
Yeah,
burnt.
just a bad like afterthought. You want to just, when you look to the left after you eat, it might not even be anything there.
You're just like,
You just look because whatever's there, that's like food spirit or something, and you're just thinking it.
You're just like, thank you for this. This was the best.
I'm telling you, you talk to that food spirit after you eat, you're gonna have a good day after that.
Oh man.
Maybe good sleep actually.
I love a fellow foodie. I think if you do come over to the UK, you've got to let me know. We've got
We
to
got
try some foods out, man.
we got to go all
We've
in.
got if there's a con, we'll do all weekend. We'll meet up. We'll go for some food. We'll have some proper good food.
Good
Because
name. You said Greg's, right?
oh,
I
Greg's.
got
Oh man, it's see now with Greg's, it's hit or miss. So because it's like a pastry shop, they do it all in the morning. But because the prices are so low, because it's not hot food, it's like warm food.
uh-huh.
So it's good and the pastry's soft and it's flaky and but you've got to go at the right time. At like just as those sausage rolls come out of the oven. That's it. That's prime time right there.
So you want to go in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at like four-ish when they do like a new batch for the afternoon kind of evening snacks. But yeah, Greg's hands down brilliant. I love Greg's.
Pastry, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm. But they do other praise, they got like cheese and onion, corned beef. They sometimes do like a curry one, which is really nice. So that one's really good. They do a chicken one, and then they do a sausage, bean, and cheese one, which is great because obviously
I cook a lot with curry. The curry is my thing. That's my jam when it comes to cooking. I mean, because it's healthy and it tastes good. Like
it
it's
tastes
just
so good, and you can do whatever you really want with it. You can
mm,
add things into it and bring it into your own.
it's a
Um,
good foundation.
yeah, yeah. Like here's the base. Add the meat you want. Do you want chicken? You want goat? Do you want some beef, lamb? Go for it. You know, make it what you want it to be. Do you want to add fish? You want a fish curry? Crack on. But yeah. What I will say is as much
Do you
as
cook?
me, oh, I love cooking. I
I was
love
about to say
cooking.
because I know you gotta have the same mindset I have because it's just like we know what ingredients need to go where. So I know you got some stuff up your sleeve.
Now I do have to ask though, is do you measure or do you just go like here's a pot, boom, that'll do. Taste it, brilliant.
Gangster.
It's not the same one each time, but it's similar. Similar. And then there'll be a time where you can just do it by hand. Your muscle memory kicks in. And you just like,
That's where
boom.
I'm at. I'm just confident in it. I'm to the point where my wife gotta call me and like and she like, can you do your thing? Like, I got this.
Yeah, it's like, crack the back, put the apron on.
I,
I
I
I
like the color. That's my thing. As long as like not like dump the whole thing, but make sure everything is hit on the
Mm.
first layer. Spin it around, hit it one more time, and then we're good. We can move on.
Now as well, yeah.
Okay.
So all I will say when it comes to like food and stuff is sometimes the simplest of foods are the best foods. Like I make a mean grilled cheese.
Mm.
Nice, and you got that nice scratch on the top. You know, you got the nice soft cheese in the middle. Oh, it's good. It's good.
So my little brother used to make those. It's probably like 15 years ago, and we used to put like some kind of sauce at the top of the bread just to give it
Mm.
like a jam effect. But it could have been just it was whatever sauce that our parents had in the fridge. We was like, let's just put that on top. And it was a new sauce every time. We would just come up with these grilled cheese creations. They just took me back with that one.
Oh, grilled cheeses, man. They're brilliant because you can do them so quickly, but they taste so good. And it's yeah, grilled cheeses.
Do you have Panera bread out there?
Oh, I don't think so. I
Okay,
don't think so.
they got a grilled cheese and they put like this it's like what do you call it? I think the Mexican dishes have it like the verde cheese. It's like green. It's got
Mm.
like cream cheese type of stuff in the grilled cheese.
Ooh,
It's like
ooh. That
it's pretty
sounds
good.
good. That sounds good. See, now I love cheese. Like I love cheese. Now I really like goat's cheese. I think goat's cheese is really nice because it's quite light.
Hmm.
And KFC here, they used years ago, and I swear people don't remember it, but they used to do the selection of wraps, and they used to do a goat's cheese wrap, and it was amazing.
I feel like y'all get better fast food stuff than us.
Whoa, oh,
Not
no, no,
burgers.
definitely not.
I basics. They give y'all the extra uh cultured stuff. We just get I don't know. I like eating
I like,
all
yeah.
different cultures.
I like trying stuff, you know. If I've got the chance to try something new, I'll try it. If I don't like it, I know, but at least I can say I tried it.
But guess what? We always got to circle back to the imperfect burger. It always
100%.
circles back. It always finds
100%.
its way back.
No matter where you are, no matter what has going on, you know, someone pulls out an imperfect bug. Yep, you're like, that'll do. That'll do
That
me.
might actually be a nice little chain name right there. The imperfect. But I don't know. They might get the wrong judgment, but they got to try it first.
We could
You know,
start it.
they imperfect. Burger, I don't know. You have to have a real good marketing
Mm,
scheme to make that name
the imperfect
work.
bug. Because people are like, well, why are they selling it as bad?
I mean, the slogan would probably have to be like, "Look, we're just being honest, but it's good."
Just come
Literally,
in, try
just
it,
being honest, comma, but it's good.
but it's good.
I think we'll sell it with that.
Yeah, 100%. T-shirts and everything. Voice acting. How did you get into it? Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to get into it?
Well, I've been doing music since I was a kid, about 8. So I've got a lot of audio experience and recording experience, even live performing experience. But I've always had a love for the entertainment, film, and animations, anime, cartoons, all that stuff. I always pay like extra attention to certain things and
Mm,
would laugh at things that's not supposed to be laughed at. Like, look at that face back there or that object back. Point is, I had a lot of a sensitive eye and sensitive ear to things, entertainment wise. So when I decided to transfer my music experience over to voiceover, and that was just a day I decided like, look, the music's not really giving back to you right now. You got to make something happen. Um, do what you love or dig in. So I said, oh, I like that. I would. My original idea was like, I want to be an actor, but only in video games. That was
mm,
what I told myself. I want to be exclusive video game actor. So I went in with that in mind. I actually I made a demo. It was a British accent demo. And apparently they loved it. And from there, my agency, DDO, artist agency, they picked me up, sent me stuff. And the first year, I got like McDonald's. I got a lot of companies that I
mm.
was surprised. I was like, oh my God. But I also got auditions I wasn't comfortable with, but I would do them anyway just to learn and
Yeah.
just to like test my range and, mark my limits and stuff like that. But I would say, and I say that to a lot of my peers right now, is to release your inhibitions. Let your imagination run wild. Get that childlike joy back, and ultimately get that faith, that confidence, that God-like confidence from God Himself. Pull from wherever you need to pull from, and just number one, release anything that's in the way, and that's mainly doubting yourself. Anything that's in the way of that, whether if you got someone you're uncomfortable of, being vocal around, go somewhere quiet, practice until you're comfortable with being aware that your mistakes are what make you great. You're gonna want to sound crazy at first. You're gonna want to look around like, did anybody hear that? We all feel these things, but you push past that and you get that love for the art that you're doing it for, because you're doing it
Mm.
for a reason. So just be real with yourself, and at the end of the day, know that something's gonna come that matches you perfectly. That's why you get voices of commercials and stuff, the Allstate guy or something, because he had a whole actor career, and now all of a sudden his main thing is the slogan for that commercial. Now it's like you never know when that specific job will find you, so you just keep going. You keep sharpening that steel, and eventually that perfect match is gonna find you. And that applies for a lot of things, honestly.
Well, that was brilliant. Yeah. Honestly, Hakeem, it's been amazing having you here. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
I
Um,
appreciate you sending the invite.
this is what I'm all about, reaching out to people, asking them to come on. I don't like being pushy. It's all about sharing an experience and enjoying a project together in a sense.
Uh-huh.
That's the whole thing. But yeah, honestly, you've been brilliant. It's been lovely having you here, speaking about food, speaking about arts, speaking about becoming a voice actor and where it started from. It sounds brilliant. I hope you come over to the UK soon.
Oh, that's a for sure thing. We gotta have this food
Gotta
uh
have food.
tour.
100%.
For lack of a better word. Might have to make our own food show while I'm out there.
Do like a live heroic
Definitely
conversations.
judges while we're eating. Yeah, we could do an eating munch.
That sounds good. What are they called? They've got a name, haven't they, where people video themselves eating.
Mukbang.
We can do a mukbang. There we go. A heroic mukbang.
That's nice. And it's gonna start with them perfect burgers. We gotta really
Mm.
show the etiquette of how to eat a burger, that the mouth size, that you don't want to take a too big. Look, we're
No,
gonna
you don't want to nibble, you don't want a massive bite. But yeah, honestly,
respect the burger.
respect tastes. Take each
Mhm.
ingredient individually, enjoy it. Don't just wolf it down. You're not going to enjoy the burger then.
To be continued on this. Watch this food
100%.
aid is just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm excited. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man. I hope you have
honestly,
a great day, week, month. I hope you have a great whatever. Until the next time we see you, so I can tell you this again.
100%. You too. Right. See you in a bit. Thank you so much for coming on.
Alrighty, man.
See you, man.